Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here. Hope everybody is having a great day. But I am coming to give y'all not a story time, but give y'all, some of y'all parents, some advice when it comes to your kids that are going into high school. And it's some things I have learned from personal experience. Let's just say I took certain classes in high school and I wasn't too thrilled with it from my ninth grade year all the way up to my 12th grade year. And today you will get you will get a story after this one of how I got moved up to my right grade. So you will get that today. But let me just tell y'all from personal experience, I was in certain classes all the way through to high school. I don't want to say what I took, but I took these classes. And one of the things that I had to take was PE. And I took ROTC. Two of the classes that I hate. My ninth grade year, I had to, let's just say, take PE and I had to take ROTC. To me, I don't feel like if you're taking PE, you should be taking something else, not PE and ROTC. No fact, I didn't like PE, I didn't like ROTC, but my mom told me just to stick it out. I did. And I went to my mom, I said, do you think it's wise for me to be taking PE in the morning, but also taking ROTC where sometimes we have to do a little fitness peak of, I don't know what they call it, but you have to do some running and stuff like that. And my mom go, she said, really? That's what y'all do up in there? I said, yeah, you can ask us, because me and my cousin, we're going to call him CP. He was also in ROTC, but he was like a year ahead of me. This is like a year before I actually got moved up to my ninth grade. And when she found out, she asked him, and he explained what we do and stuff, and he goes, and that's when she go, hold up, no, that's not what you put on your list, what you wanted. And I said, yeah, I did not put that on my list because my mama had copies. My mom, so anybody knew, I took one of my teachers was somebody I went to church with. And what happened was, when I was in her class, I actually did my what I wanted to take, and what I wanted to take when I was in like classes, the end of the year, what classes you want to take in high school. So I did that paper, and I mean that was something that was always required before they would come and do that when you're like 8th grade. So I did that when I was in 8th grade. So the school teacher, she would like take it up there, but what she would do is she would print two sheets. Because she was like, she said, Alicia, I need you to come with me. I'll give you a pass. So she would print both. She would print one side. She would print the other side. She would fold it up, put it in an envelope. She said, give that to your mom. My mom had copies. Let's just say my mom will always have copies of what I wanted to take. So my mom knew, okay, something ain't right. This is not what my daughter signed up for. My mom knew that from the get-go. So my mom remembers she had the envelope of what I wanted to take. My mom went up to called the office, asked to speak to my counselor, said, I want to speak to one of the counselors, whoever is over my daughter's schedule. Okay, so Miss double R, let's just say double R, introduced herself. to my mom. She never knew who my mom was. My mom introduced her and she said, "Oh, I'm at work right now, but I have a complaint. My daughter did not sign up for PE or ROTC. So why do y'all put her in there?" And they said, "We was just doing what was best for her and stuff." And she goes, "Okay, my daughter don't like either class. Take her out." They said, "Well, she's already in ROTC, so she's gonna have to go out through that." My mom told me that. All right, I wasn't too pleased, and I had to go to the military ball and stuff like that. And I had to stay up in there for a semester. All right, second semester comes. I said, "Mom, make sure I'm not in there." Mom. So this is during the time where I also started having problems in PE. I started having problems in PE with this one girl. Y'all know I talk about all the time, the pregnant girl. Okay, it was during the same time. My mom, so they decided I end up have to have a IEP meeting and stuff. Doing that, they did not know who my mom was. The counselor did not know who my mother was. So when they realized who my mother was, let's just say when they found my mom walk in, they said, "Oh, hey, Miss Burton, we're waiting on I go, "Hey, Mama," and that's when this white teacher go, "Mama," like. She go, Miss Burton of the fourth grade is your mama?" I said, "Yes." And the counselor now no, okay, we just effed up. We just effed up. So now during this IEP meeting, my mom is being nice, she's being sweet, and she asked, and then she haul off and she goes, yeah. I want to talk to her. I want to talk to Mrs. R. So you can be quiet. I want to talk to her. I was up in there, I remember this. And she goes, "Why you got my daughter in PE and in ROTC?" Because her teacher, when she was in the 8th grade, sent me copies of what she wanted. This is what she wanted right here. I don't see, that's not on her schedule. And they go, "Well, because the type of classes she has, she can't have those classes and stuff." And she goes, "My daughter's an A honor roll student. So y'all could have accommodated something off her list." And they said, "Well, this is what we thought was best for her." My mom was going, excuse me. My mama was pissed. Let's just say, this ended up turning into a story time. My mom was pissed and stuff. And this happened. The IEP happened 2 months after happened 2 months before I start asking my mother to put me in my right grade, and I promise y'all I'm coming with that. So this isn't so to get me to say, I believe y'all parents. And so from here on out, whatever I put on my sheet of what I wanted to take, and I remember I'm not gonna say Mr. WWG, Mr. W, who was our OTC teacher, said, and told my cousin, ended up telling him, "Oh, make sure you make a copy of my cousin's what she wants to take for class next year." And he goes, "What?" And he goes, "Why, see?" He said, "Oh, she's been having problems with double R because of the classes she's been taking and stuff." He go, "Oh, okay, we got a printer right up in here. I can just go on and print it." He goes on and print it. He said, "Liz, here, your cousin said you have to always have copies of what you put down every year for what classes." I said, "Yeah." So that's going into my 11th grade year. And I had a different IEP teacher before and stuff, and he would say, "Lee, I want you to take this up to the to so-and-so office, to Miss McCormick." That's the teacher's, one of the counselor's name, Miss McCormick. And she would, let's just say, copy everything that I would select for classes. She would copy. They would have to copy because my mom said I have clear instructions in her IEP. So my mom's put in the IEP right after this, all of whatever I select for classes, my pages, mines need to be printed and given to me for my mother would know. Okay, one of the principals, Miss R, actually found out. So Miss R said, "Oh," they said, "Who's this for?" They said, "Oh, that needs to be given to Alicia, her mother." It requested for whatever she select for classes next year to be given to her, for she will know. And then the Miss R like said, "I don't see no problem with that. I think that's good, for she will know." So yeah, she goes, "But I will give it to her every time I will do that, just to be sure." And like I'm just gonna say, I never got to take none of the classes that I selected. And I can actually remember some classes I selected that I never got to take. I did not get to take history class. That was the main class I really wanted to take when I was in high school. I wanted to take art because I knew how to draw. I can literally draw. I knew how to draw fashion and stuff. That was a class I wanted to take. I wanted to take home ec classes. There was so many different classes I wanted to take. And I wanted to take like regular science and stuff like that. And it was like, that was just something I wanted to take, and I never got to take it. One classes I remember my 10th grade year I actually did take was some kind of like dance class and stuff. So, hey. In my 10th grade year, I was also still in ROTC, and I was like, I couldn't put up with it no more. So I told my mom, "Get me out of there. Get me out of there." And my mom went up there and said, "No, she's not taking PE. She's not going to be taking no PE, and she's heck ain't taking no ROTC again. No, I'm not going to do this." And my mother went to central office and told, let's just say, Ted reported the reported Double R, that she's not honoring my daughter's request for certain classes. She said, "Do you know what she was wanting to take?" She said, "No." I said, "I always ask the teachers to, when this is done, to make sure I have copies." And the teachers will let Alicia take the stuff to Miss McCormick. It needed to go to Miss McCormick. And she said Miss McCormick would take Alicia's and print it for me. And they go, "Wow, okay, so I have everyone from her 8th grade year to her 9th grade year to before she got moved up to her right grade and stuff. I have it." And when they were just looking at them, they said, "Okay." And they said, "We'll look into it." So they called my mom and they said, "Oh my God," they go, "Miss Burton, oh yeah, your daughter did want certain classes. We're sorry that she never got to take her classes." And they said, "We'll try to see what's going on." They did an investigation against Mrs. R, and it turned out Mrs. R had a vendetta against me because I got, let's just say, when I was in the 9th grade, I had a certain girl who played basketball. I told you this in another story, who was bullying me. I had her sent to alternative school. So when she got sent to alternative school, she could not play on the girls', basketball team. And like, she had a vendetta against me because of it. I'm going, come on, bullying is bullying. And like, I really will admit, when I was in school, my high school did not care, bullied or not. If you being bullied by, let's just say, a star athlete, the star athlete cannot get in trouble. And that was just their thing when I was in school. If they don't care if you are being bullied by a star athlete don't get in trouble. And let's just say this girl was a star athlete, but she was preggers and stuff and thing, and like, the girls basketball team found out, but when they found out who my mom was, they wouldn't mess with me and stuff. And let's just say, the basketball coach, who was the PE coach, I was taking, let's just say, we end up finding out they wouldn't do it because they found out who my mother was. They were scared. They say, we ain't messing with her. When they found out. So my thing is, my thing is, parents, know when your child is not happy with classes. Know from that. So I'm going to give y'all 5 tips of how you can tell if, how to tell. Now, if you have a mom like mine, and they're a teacher and they request for your counselor or your teacher to, and I'm giving advice to 8th grade middle schoolers going into high school. If you have a kid finna get ready to go to high school, this is what you need to do. 1, when they do their class selection, what they want to take in high school, make sure you call that counselor and ask them, can I please have a copy of it? As long as you have a copy of it, you will know what you want. You will know what your child wants to take. So every end of the year, they do this. They do it for 7th grade for the 8th grade year. They do it for the 8th grade for the 9th grade year, 9th grade for the 10th grade year, 10th grade for the 11th grade year, and 11th grade for the 12th grade year. They do that. So make sure you ask for a copy of what your child wants to take. Okay, that is that. Number 2, make sure your child has a pretty good high school counselor who will value what they want to take and not just stick your child in any class. That's number 2. Number 3, make sure that the classes that she's taking, if she didn't get something that she's not on her list, wasn't on her list, just make sure that class benefits your child. And number 4, make sure your child has a good relationship with their community, with their school counselor that's over their over them. Because if you have a good rapport with your school counselor that's over your child, you might won't have to hardly be called up there a lot. And number 5, make sure your child is happy being in a class, in certain classes. And so that's my 5 things I would say that when it comes to kids going to high school, make sure y'all know what y'all want to take when you're in high school, because you never know. Sometimes you might have some community counseling teachers, when they find out who your parents are, especially if you're a teacher's kid, they will have a vendetta against you, like in my case. So if you like this video, please thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel.